A long time ago, in a small village called Bere, there lived a spirited young girl named Ola. She was known throughout the village for her unruly behavior and her stubborn refusal to heed the advice of her elders. Ola's parents, Umi and Shegun, were hardworking farmers who tried their best to raise their daughter with love and discipline. From a very young age, Ola showed a fierce independence that often led her into trouble. She would wander off into the forest surrounding the village, ignoring her parents' warnings about the dangers that lurked beyond the safe boundaries of their community. Despite their best efforts, Ola remained defiant, convinced that she knew better than anyone else. One sunny afternoon, Ola's mother called out to her from their hut. "Ola, my child, please fetch some water from the well," Wumi said, her voice gentle but firm. Ola rolled her eyes and grumbled under her breath as she grabbed the empty gourd and stomped off towards the well. As she walked, Ola passed by the elders of the village who were gathered under the shade of a baobab tree, sharing stories and wisdom passed down through generations. One of the elders called out to her, "Ola, come sit with us and listen. There is much you can learn from our tales." But Ola merely scoffed and continued on her way, dismissing the old man's words with a wave of her hand. She reached the well and began to fill the gourd with water, her mind wandering to thoughts of adventure. She wonders what lurked beyond the safe boundaries of their village. One day, while her parents were tending to their crops, Ola decided to venture deeper into the forest than she had ever gone before. Ignoring the warnings of the villagers about the spirits that dwell in the ancient woods, she set off with a sense of determination. The forest was dense and alive with sounds of wildlife. Ola felt a rush of excitement as she pushed deeper into its heart. Imagine herself as a fearless explorer uncovering hidden treasures. But soon, the dense foliage and unfamiliar paths began to disorient her, and she realized she had lost her way. Fear crept into Ola's heart as the shadows grew longer and the forest became quiet. She called out for help, but there was no response, except for the rustling of leaves in the wind. Panic set in as she stumbled over roots and falling branches. Her confidence crumbled with each passing moment. Ola cried and cried as she couldn't find her way. She sat under a tree and slept off. Suddenly, Ola heard a harsh voice through the trees. "Why have you come to this forbidden place?" Startled, Ola woke up, turned to see a tree standing before her, with eyes twinkling with an otherworldly light. I was exploring," Ola stammered, her voice trembling. "I wanted to see what lay beyond the village." "You have disobeyed the warnings of your elders," the tree said, "and I will deal with you. You will not return home. You will stay here forever." On hearing this, Ola started to run and call for help, but there was no one to help her as the tree ran after her. After running for hours, she was tired and fell on the ground. As the tree was about to carry Ola, she heard a soft voice whispering through the trees, "Child, why have you come to this forbidden place?" Startled, Ola turned to see an old woman standing before her. I, I, I was exploring, Ola stammered, her voice trembling. I wanted to see what lay beyond the village. The old woman regarded her with a mixture of pity and concern. You have disobeyed the warnings of your elders and your parents, she said gravely. But fear not, for I can guide you back to safety. Follow me. The wicked tree turned back in annoyance and walked into the forest. Relieved to have found help, Ola followed the old woman as she led her through the path of the forest. Along the way, the old woman shared stories of ancient spirits and forgotten magic, warning Ola of the consequences of her recklessness. Hours passed before they finally emerged from the forest, and Ola was overwhelmed with gratitude towards her guide. Thank you, she said, her earlier defiance replaced with humility. I should have listened to the wisdom of my elders. The old woman smiled kindly. Remember this lesson, child, she said. Disobedience leads only to darkness, but humility and respect will always guide you towards the light. With those words echoing in her heart, Ola returned to the village, a changed girl. She sought out her parents and the other elders, eager to listen to their stories and learn from their wisdom. Over time, she became known not only for her adventurous spirit, but also for her respect towards her community and the traditions that bound them together. As Ola grew older, she became a respected elder in her village, known for her integrity and her unwavering commitment to the well-being of her community. She passed down the lessons she had learned to the younger generations, encouraging them to cherish their traditions and respect the wisdom of their elders. One day, as she sat under the baobab tree with a group of eager children gathered around her, Ola shared the story of her own journey from disobedience to understanding. I once believed that I knew better than anyone else, she said with a smile. But it was through humility and respect that I truly found my way. And so, the tale of Ola the disobedient girl who learned her lessons became woven into the fabric of the village history, a testament to the power of humility, respect, and the enduring wisdom of those who came before. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Bye.